to start our seeds, and we wanted to go through with you and show you our seed haul and what we're going to be planning on planting this year. So to start, we are going to do the veggie garden, which we have 10 raised beds, 10 cedar raised beds, which are what dimensions?
4 of them are 2 feet by 8 feet and about 1 foot deep. And then we have 6 more that I built last winter that are 2 feet by 6 feet, and they are also about 1 foot deep.
Okay. So for our veggie seeds this year, we got, oh, we have poblanos too. Are we planting poblanos this year? Poblano peppers. Most of our seeds we get are from Baker Creek. We do get seeds from Lowe's sometimes when we have to, but we try to avoid that because Lowe's seeds, although they are organic, do still contain GMOs. So we try to avoid that where we can. But so we've got poblano peppers, okay. Oregon sugar pod peas. You planting cantaloupe this year too?
I'm planting everything in there.
Oh. Okay, so cantaloupe. Roma tomatoes. Last year was our first year doing Romas, and we were very pleased with how they produced. We just got a ton off of every plant, and they produced all summer long to where we actually ended up having almost too many tomatoes. We're still trying to figure out what to do with our harvest from last year. Beets.
Try them out.
Beets, and then we've got some seeds from last year, some that were given to us by my sister-in-law, who also plants a lot. So we got for beans, Cherokee Trail of Tear beans. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this. Succotash. Pole variety beans. Taylor's Horticultural. This is a bush variety, which we're trying to use more bush variety just so that we don't have to trellis on the raised beds. The way that they're set up with trellising, it just makes it harder for us to harvest, to be able to reach and harvest. So we're going to still trellis a few things this year, but where we can avoid it, we try. And then cucumbers. We've got lemon cucumbers, which we pretty much just grow for the chickens, to give to the chickens as food. Oh goodness, you want to try that one?
Nope. Gelatros. Cucumbers.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. A strange variety of cucumbers. Then we got a different cucumber too. This year, we bought, where is it? We got it already, right?
Yeah.
There
They are.
Yeah. At the bottom. There we go. The Boston pickling cucumbers from Baker's Creek. They're supposed to be very typical American cucumbers and pickles. So we're excited to try that one out this year as far as us consuming them and not the chickens. Because last year most of our cucumbers just went right to the chickens. And we did pickle a few, but we're looking forward to doing some better ones this year. So we also have magnolia blossom peas, tendril peas, sweet Spanish or yellow sweet Spanish onion. This is not a good day of reading for me. Blue Lake bush beans, which are pretty much just your typical green beans. Again, we chose a bush variety just so that we wouldn't have to trellis where we didn't absolutely need to. And we got 2 packets of these because we're planning on succession seeding. So we will plant the first pack, and then whenever those plants are done, we'll just pull them and then plant the second pack. So then we have almost a harvest of green beans all season long. We're gonna do spinach. This is the Bloomsdale long-standing spinach, which is an old stander, and it's better in hot weather than most spinaches, which in Tennessee we get some pretty toasty summers. And then arugula. Oh goodness, early white bush scallop squash. That's a mouthful. Winter spaghetti squash. I like spaghetti squash. The kids don't really like it. You don't really like it.
No, the chickens love it.
The chickens love it, so that one's for me and the chickens. Jalapenos, which we do make and can our own salsa, so we like to grow the jalapenos for that, and a few other things. I like to make jalapeno cheddar zucchini. That was me. There's a toy under the table. I like to make a cheddar jalapeno zucchini bread, so we use those for that as well. And then regular zucchini, which we do a lot of zucchini, and we succession plant those as well. This year, the great thing about Baker's Creek or rareseeds.com is where we get them. If you order so many seeds, they'll send you a free packet. So one of the free packets we got this year was the Landis winter lettuce, which is cold hardy, and it's a classic Pennsylvania Dutch winter lettuce. Heard good things about it, so I'm excited to try that one this year too. And that's something that we'll plant in the early spring when it's chillier, and then we'll plant it again in the fall. We also got carrots as our free seeds. We got the Corral carrots, Cosmic purple carrots. These ones are from last year. The Uzbek golden carrots. These ones must be from my sister-in-law because they're purple. Black Nebula carrots. And then another free one that we got this year is spoon tomatoes, which are really, really tiny, almost like berries. I've heard that they're very tasty and they're great for kids. So I think we're gonna plant these with the kids and have them be the kids' responsibility this year. And then we got a different watermelon this year. We usually just do sugar babies, which is just like a typical watermelon, but this year we got the Moon and Stars watermelon. Just because it looked cool, or do you remember if there was a reason why we chose this one?
Chose this one primarily because it can exceed 40 pounds for each fruit. In the first year we grew watermelon here, they worked out great. Sugar baby variety. We had way too many actually. We gave a bunch to our neighbors and gave a lot to our chickens. Last year they didn't do that well, so where we plan on planting them again this year is pretty much the same spot that we were going to plant them last year. Where we planted them the first year is just not possible anymore. So the thought was try to order and get some sort of watermelon that if we get, 3 or 4 throughout the whole season, then it'd be more than what we got last year.
Yeah, I think last year the issue that we had is that we planted too many things in the one box, and we just didn't calculate correctly for that, and so then it hurt our harvest overall. And then we're gonna do pumpkins again this year. We got the Big Max pumpkins, which can exceed 100 pounds. So just like Billy just said, the thought is if we only get a couple, it still makes up for, I don't know how to word that.
Make up for the lack of volume.
Yeah, there we go. And then other seeds that we have that again, we have them, so why not plant them? Even if we just throw them somewhere and see how they do. We've got beefsteak tomatoes, which we grew the second year we were here, and they just didn't get as big as we would have liked. And whenever they started getting kind of big, they would split. And I don't know if that's just because it was too hot for them here or what, but I mean, we have some seeds left, so we're gonna still throw them somewhere and see what we get. Santa Fe Grande peppers, those are from Misty.
Yep.
Phileas blue peppers, hot banana peppers, which we like to use, jigsaw peppers, and then this one just says lettuce. So I don't know what kind of lettuce, but we'll find out.
That is
it Butter Crunch?
Butter Crunch.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so that's our food that we're gonna be growing. Now we have to put it all back. A new addition this year, I've always done herbs and love doing herbs, both for culinary and for the chickens. Just herbs are great for, certain herbs are great for chickens.
Organized later.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But this winter, I've really gotten into medicinal uses of herbs and just basic apothecary stuff. So Billy has been working on building an herb bed. It is kind of a raised bed, but not like our cedar beds. It's built into the ground, but raised up. And he used cinder blocks for those. So we will show you what that looks like, and we will also, it's not, the bed itself is done, but the inside is not. We still have some work to do on the dirt and the soil and everything, so we will post videos of that getting worked on. But anyway, so for our herbs,
That's not an herb.
that's not an herb. The first one is not an herb. We are going to be growing wheat this year too, to see how that goes. See if we can harvest enough to possibly grind down and make our own flour. Also not an herb is huckleberry. We're going to be growing. All right, so we've got lemongrass, cinnamon basil. We've got a lot of basils. This basil is Viva la Dolce Vita blend. Slow bolt cilantro, which we planted before, and it actually bolted quicker than any cilantro we've planted before. So hopefully maybe this year if we plant it in a cooler spot or a shadier spot. We don't have a lot of shade at our house, so it's hard to come by. Borage, lavender. This is just common thyme. The first year we were here, we did German thyme and lemon thyme, and it did so well. We still have some preserved in the cupboard with from both of those. This is lime basil, lettuce leaf basil, which I've heard good things about. I'm excited to try that one this year. Dill, which you can plant dill with your tomatoes in your garden, and it'll help keep the bugs away as well. Comfrey, which I'm looking forward to doing. We tried to do it last year, but then we had a rabbit that dug everything up, so that's a lot of our herbs failed last year because of that. Broadleaf sage, marjoram, which is an egg-laying stimulant for the chickens, but also we're growing it to make our own Italian seasoning because we use a lot of Italian seasoning. Chamomile, parsley, also a laying stimulant for chickens. Catnip, oregano, regular cilantro. This is dark opal purple basil. It's hard to say. Marshmallow, which I'm excited about because this is used medicinally a lot. Yarrow, also a really big medicinal herb. Genovese basil. Bee balm, lemon bee balm. Lemon balm. Savory, and this is winter savory. Chives, safflower, I don't think that's it. Stevia, which we're looking forward to trying just to use it culinarily isn't a word, but just to use it for eating and flavoring things. Toothache plant, salvia, this is the Serious Blue Sage salvia, and I'm looking forward to that as a cut flower and for medicinal use. And then German chamomile, St. John's wort, and we got a free seed packet from Baker's Creek, which is blue spice basil, and it says it has spicy vanilla overtones. So we also already have rosemary, peppermint, and lavender that are planted outside, going from last year. And then inside we have a eucalyptus plant, which we are hopefully going to be able to actually get to survive the winter, because we've tried every year that we've been here, and every year we almost make it, and then something happens and we end up losing the plant. So this is our last year of trying it. So hopefully it's looking good so far. Hopefully it keeps up. And then another addition that we have, we've been talking about doing this for a while, and it's just kind of been something we've been talking about, but we've decided to actually go ahead and take the leap and start trying to flower farm this year. So we're going to be planting all the flowers, which I'm very excited about. So we've got tons of sunflowers. Some of them we're growing purely for chicken food, like the ones that are ridiculously large. There's the Titan sunflower, which, what does it say? The flower heads have reached up to 2 feet across. That's crazy. And then the Magnolia giant sunflower, which can get up to 17 feet tall. So again, ridiculous, like almost cartoonish, the way that these sunflowers look. But we're growing them for food, not as cut flowers.
Right.
So those are a little different. But so we're gonna be doing asters, snapdragons, some rudbeckia, poppies, which are some of my favorites, coreopsis, and then variety, different bachelor's buttons, but this one is called Black Boy Bachelor's Button, and I just like how dark it is and deep. It's different because most bachelor's buttons are blue or pink purple, so I like how dark that one is. And then we've got a few different zinnias. We're going to be probably getting some more seeds just in bulk. Most of these are just what we were planning on getting just for us, but we're going to, after we do a little bit more research, dive into it and buy kind of wholesale seeds for the stuff that we're going to plant as far as cutting flowers and for farming. And then we've got an old-fashioned garden mixture echinacea, which is also known as the coneflower. That's a really great medicinal herb as well, and we have some already that I use medicinally. I just want to have more of it. And then our sunflowers, we have we have an Autumn Beauty. These ones are cool. These are Florenza sunflowers. These are the ones that we were excited about. The chocolate cherry is like a very deep maroon color. Henry Wild, which seems like just a basic sunflower. And then this one's called Short Stuff. They only get up to like 2 feet, 2.5 feet tall. Then we've got some carnations, some more zinnias, our lovely marigolds, which we like to plant near the garden just to keep the bugs away. And they're pretty. The ones that we planted last year were pretty and not annoying because they stayed low to the ground. We're also going to do, we live on kind of a busy road, and so we've always wanted more privacy or just to have like some kind of border. But the first year we decided to plant hibiscus, and we spent a lot of money and a lot of time on making a hibiscus border, only for all of them to die over the winter, which was heartbreaking. So this year we're going to plant, on that border, we're gonna do a variety of wheat, wildflowers, and what was the other thing? Or was it just that?
Yarrow.
Oh, and yarrow. We were gonna throw the yarrow out there because the yarrow seeds, there's like 500 seeds in there. So we were just gonna kind of throw them out there and see what we get. But we bought this wildflower mix, which is a southern garden mixture that we are going to throw out there. And again, we will video all of that work so you can see how we do it and what we're doing. But there's a good mixture in here, like sweet asylum, coneflowers, bachelor's buttons, morning glories, cosmos, poppies, blanket flowers, black-eyed Susans, all sorts of stuff. So we just got this at Lowe's the other day, and it was a pretty good deal. I mean, it covers up to 500 square feet. So we're looking forward to that. And then planting all the plants. We're going to be getting started pretty soon. We just ordered a grow light and a heating mat, which we've
should have done a couple years ago, but
yeah. Every year you learn something new, though. So we'll do it this year and see how it goes, and hopefully our starts have a better success rate than last year and the year before. But that's it. Anything you want to add?
End.
All right, so stay tuned. We will be doing more work hopefully this week whenever the rain stops and we can get outside. Other than that, see you next time. You ready to be awkward? This is the worst part. What's our
Howdy, y'all.
intro? Hattie.
Howdy.
Say hi, friends.
I'm not saying it. We're not gonna be able to do this.
No.
We're not gonna be able to do videos together.
Don't look at me. We have to.
Why do we have to?
Because what else are we gonna do?
I don't know. Relax.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish. Ready.
After you do that.